Extreme Conditions, Brutal Truth at number 2. All means it's still at number 1. Vulgar Display of Power from Pantera. It's coming up in a couple of minutes. But the boys were in Diamond Darrell and Philip Anselmo earlier on. We had a talk. First question, obvious enough. Last time they played Dublin, did they really blow Megadeth away?
We play every gig one at a time, and that's just how we play. If people feel fit to autograph it how it should be labeled, well, I guess it was a major ass romp.
Mm-hmm. You played with Dave Mustaine. What was it like playing with him, or being on the road with Mustaine?
No big problems, no big conflict or anything. Just, they treated us really well, and it was cool that they brought us on tour.
Mm-hmm. Would you play with them again?
Yeah, sure.
No problem. Darrell, just come in there a bit to me. You're a bit distant over there. Influences, tell us about them.
Kiss, right off the bat, big time. They're pretty old influences for me. Kiss, Van Halen, 1, 2, big time. Priest, Sabbath.
This is the kind of stuff you're listening to these days now, is it?
I still listen to old records, a lot. If there's something new, Phil will be onto it, and I'll hear about it, and I'll get it that way. There ain't too much stuff that's ripping my ears off right now. That's what we do. We play for the bored listener.
Good. Live gigs, you like them?
Live gigs are live gigs. We love them.
Better than studio work.
Oh,
Any
yeah,
day.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna be
enjoy the studio, though.
Yeah, to a certain point. It gets tedious and long, but it's fun writing new songs and coming up with new material. But the live show is definitely where it's at.
Mm-hmm. Read a review of the London Marquee gig. It's a quote for you here, Raw Magazine. Pantera, awesome. And the direct quote is, the boast in years to come will be, I remember seeing them back in the Marquee in January 93. Now, that was a show. Some review.
I'll say this in just full honesty and full confidence, is that the gig tomorrow night will blow away the Marquee gig between us four individuals.
Darrell, I got a question actually, some of the letters during the week. A question from Derek O'Gorman of Thurles. Any had words of advice for people heading to Dublin to see the most awesome band in the world?
Grab a 12-pack and prepare. Absolutely. I mean, it's going to be an ass romp.
2 albums so far. What's next?
3rd album. Hard album.
When?
Whatever.
We'll write the sucker this summer, and as soon as we can put it out.
Before Christmas, after Christmas?
We can't tell you, man. Really,
Can't tell you.
Well, are you doing any work on it? Well,
individually, we do some work, and we just finally come together over the past week or so and kind of kicked around some ideas, and it looks real promising.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So looking forward to tomorrow night then?
Oh, yeah, big time.
Small tour this time. Why so small?
So small, you mean so short?
So short, yeah. Big gig, short tour.
Short tour, probably because we're wrapping up, and I think right now we're working around scheduling time to write the new record. So we're trying to get in all these places headlining. Like when we go back to the States, we'll be doing secondary markets there that, believe it or not, we hadn't covered in a very long time. And then perhaps we'll cover Australia and Brazil and Argentina, but none of that's totally definite, but it's kind of looking like that's going to happen. Then we'll come home, take 2 months off, write the new stuff.
Finally, are you surprised by the reaction of Irish audiences, Steve?
Surprised.
I
mean, did it blow you? It must have blown you away.
I didn't know what to look forward to
one
start
of the
with.
greatest crowds in the whole tour, one of the best crowds of the whole tour. I don't know.
It's a good feeling, man. I mean, because you never know sometimes what you're going to get.
There seems to be a knowledgeable audience. They know your stuff.
Oh, yeah. They know what.
Yeah, they definitely know what's high energy.
It feels good.
What's high energy.
You don't have to teach, and give the chance to have to figure out what's going on. It's right off the bat.
Best thing, the way we can sum it up is we talk about it before. It's like, as much as we put out, when you get that much back from an audience, then you're hitting on something.
The vibe is good.
Yep.
Okay, boys, welcome to Dublin. Hope the gig goes well.